Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another stream. Here we are, we're going to be flying the SIBO 737. Last time we flew this was for a 1,000 subscriber stream, which was pretty cool. So we're going to be in the SIBO 737. Here we are situated at Alicante in Spain, and we're going to be flying up to Reus, LERS, and that is because a brand new airport from the brilliant Boundless was released just yesterday, and they were kind enough to provide the channel with a copy of their new airport. So upon landing, we will be checking out that scenery provided from Boundless, who again were kind enough to provide a free copy to the channel so I can showcase it to you guys. So here we are, SIBO 737 in the channel livery, of course. Hello ShipDub, welcome to the stream. I say we go ahead and brief the routing. So let me bring Navigraph up here. There we are. Only about a 40 to 50 minute flight here. We're going to be departing Alicante on runway 28 on the VLC 4 Delta departure. And then we're going to be flying up north and north east up to LERS. As you can see, very close to Barcelona here. And our SID actually takes us pretty much overfly the airport, and then we're gonna sort of like a skewed downwind, I suppose, and then we're gonna be making a right turn onto the final for runway 25. Now it's a fairly quiet airport in real life, generally used during the summer. We have flights, especially from the UK, from Jet2, Ryanair, EasyJet, stuff like that. So it's sort of that holiday makers destination. Fairly small airport, but Boundless have done a pretty good job with it. And like I said, we'll be taking it out. We'll be taking a look at it upon arrival, and the link to it is in the description. So that is that out of the way. Let's go ahead and get started with the flight then. So, alrighty, I'm going to bring up Navigraph on my tablet and let's get started. So, battery, emergency exit lights, and let's get the GPU connected. There we are, brilliant. And got the electric hydraulic pumps on them. Packs to auto, isolation valve auto as well then. Coming down the left and right hand side, all looking good for now. We will get the fasten seatbelt signs to auto, no smoking signs on. Logo position to strobe and steady. Look at these textures here, by the way. Lovely textures here. Absolutely brilliant. Hey Caleb, welcome to stream. I'm also currently flying, however the weather isn't quite as good as in Spain, since it's from the Orkney Islands to the Scottish island. Amazing. Hello Cloudwater, welcome to the stream. Hope the flight goes well. My day isn't the luckiest for flying low. That is unfortunate, but it is beautiful weather here in Spain as expected. So let's get the ADAs aligning. Perfect. And wheel well light can go on as well. These textures are just absolutely brilliant. Look at these, all freeware as well. So we are using RXP enhancer today, which is why the cockpit looks so good. Let's go ahead, and if we go to fuel, weight and balance, airside services, and load the OFP then, activate that, and we're going to get everything loading. I say that as the jetway. Right, so we're getting fuel. And maybe he'll come back, hopefully. Let's see then, looks like the Ryanair behind us is pushing back. Okay, with this jetway toggled then. Okay, so we are getting everything boarded then, I guess. Our fly with Lewis script, where is it? Simple ground service. So we want catering. Even though the door has closed. Alright, you know what, we're fine. let's go ahead and just get ready for the flight. I was going to go from Athens to Samos in -8, but seems my scenery isn't working, so I'm going back to Athens. Oh, right. Wanted to fly the 737 MAX mod today, but got an error. As far as I know, that 737 MAX mod is stolen code from Zebo, which is what I've heard, and therefore I do not recommend using it, but completely up to you. So, let's go LEAL here. Okay, let's get the GPS position. Go to route and we'll flight plan request. We do have some lovely auto for both Reus and for Alicante here upon departure. Yeah, the Max is a bit of a dodgy one. Alright, so let's just request that again. Yeah. That's as far as we know. Yeah, the code is stolen, unfortunately. So let's go load. And we'll activate that. So as you can see, we have our route all here. So that's all good to go. What I'm going to do, go to departure. Departure LEAL. We are doing runway 28 on the VLC for Delta. Perfect. And then let's put our arrival in as well. It can be ILS 25. ILS Yankee 25. VLA. And the Echo 1 mic. Perfect. Can't they legally do something against it? It's a bit of a weird one because it's freeware, and you know they're not making, the Max people are not making money off it, so it's a bit more difficult to do anything legally. But yeah, Zebo did not give his permission for the code to be used, so it might technically not be illegal. It's definitely morally definitely very wrong, but we don't get into that too much here. I'm happy with the Zebo, I'm happy with the NG, and it just looks beautiful. Look at this. So we'll load our perf data as well, and let's check our reserves there. So I'm going to go to my OFP in SimBrief via Navigraph, of course, and we'll just let that load here. So our alternate is Barcelona, and that's going to be 1 ton of fuel, and then our fin res is 1.1, so that's going to be 2.1 for our reserves. Good stuff. And our cruise altitude is indeed 300. So we are going to wait for the rest of the fuel and everything to be on board. We are still fueling up. Passengers are still coming on board. Let's take a look at how we're doing. Ignore that as a dodgy connection. Got a dodgy wire I'm using for my yoke right now, and it's keeps disconnecting. So as long as it doesn't do it on final, we're good. Right. So almost there. We're actually defueling here. We had too much fuel, so we're actually defueling here. What is my favourite plane in X-Plane? Honestly, it's either going to be the Zebo. This has a very special place in my heart. First aircraft I learned to fly, you know, properly, full cold dark procedures and all that in X-Plane, and it's free, of course. Either that or the towless fleet of aircraft. I honestly love the towless fleet of aircraft. I really do hope that the Colomado Concorde will go on Easter sale. Can't wait to fly it in the Pepsi livery. If it goes on sale, I will absolutely be getting it and flying it on stream. I really want the Concorde to fly on stream. That is something I really do want to do. Let's carry on here, get set up. So, you know what, let's get some lighting. Things are looking, can't really see my MCP panel there. Let's just get all the lights in here.
Ground to flight deck.
Looking better.
All loaded up and you are good to go.
Colomado isn't very good. I'd say save the money, buy something else if you want another classic. I already have the Fearless Simple too, but I thought the Colomado was decent. I guess Hey, maybe I'll get it anyway and check it out for you guys. This is great, absolutely. It really, really is. So let's set our cruise out here, 300. Perfect, and we're gonna set our IS once we've done our performance calculations. So that's all good for now. Go back to init ref, and we are all done. So that's all good. I'm gonna just go ahead and close all the doors before we continue. So, where is it? Simple ground services. Let's get rid of the catering truck. And we can also get rid of the jetway. And then what we'll do... Oh, we need the APU, don't we? Let's go ahead and get the APU running as well. Before we can disconnect our GPU. Okay. And let's just get all the doors closed. Perfect. Okay. So, N1, okay, all that good stuff. Flaps 5, there's our performance, and those numbers are looking good. CG 27.5% and 4.5, that's looking good.
Is now complete. Flight attendants prepare the cabins. Verify arm door standby for all call.
So we'll trim 4.5% then, as you can see. And
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
so 148 is our V2. And we can get the auto thrust armed then as well. RNAV and VNAV is set. Those can go to RTO, the auto brakes. And I think we're looking fairly good here. APU is now on, so we can get the APU gen on, APU bleed on. So let's go ahead and disconnect that. We'll move the chocks as well. Parking brake is set. Let's go through our flows here. So we'll get fuel pumps on. Set that to APU gen and BAT. And just keep going down the list here. So window heat can go on. Probe heat will come on after takeoff. And after takeoff, after engine start. We need to set this to 30,000. Hello Stan, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for being here and of course being a member on the channel. Really does mean a lot. So, let's go to Navigraph, and I'm just going to find elevation. So, 233 feet, so we'll go with 250. So, I really hope that some of the devs, especially the Concord devs, work on the cockpit textures once the new X-Plane update comes out, which as far as I know should make it easier to improve textures. Absolutely, I really do agree. I'm using SAM in X-Plane. My X-Plane app hangs when shutting down X-Plane. Yes, I am using SAM and I get the same thing. When I exit X-Plane, it just sort of crashes, as it were, and essentially to get X-Plane to shut down, I just spam my my left mouse button until eventually it crashes and says, do you want to close X-Plane? And then it sort of sorts itself out, or use Task Manager. I don't particularly mind because I like SAM despite the issue, and if it's only going to affect when I'm trying to close down the sim, doesn't really make a huge difference to the flying. But yeah, that is an issue that I really do hope the SAM team fix. I don't know why, but in a lot of planes in Microsoft Flight Sim, when they Colorado Concorde for the cockpit services look a bit too clean. I do prefer slightly dirty textures, and look at this used look here. It looks very, very good. Anyway, we are pretty much... Why is the jetway come back? No. Go away. Alright, cool. Let's get the pushback truck then. We are pretty much good to go here.
Ground to copy. Please, show me where you want to go.
So, let me just take a look. Just check which way we are pushing back here today. So, we're going to be nose right, tail left. Perfect. Right,
Ground to
accept.
copy. Tau is driving up.
Alrighty. Hello Mint Mallow, welcome to the stream. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing perfectly good, thank you. How about you? Alright, so, as you guys know, I've got a Honeycomb Bravo throttle. There it is again. As you guys know, I've got a Honeycomb Bravo throttle. And what I've done is managed to find a 3D print, which will go in the number 5 axis, which essentially adds the flap detents, and then I've got like a little additional flap lever which puts onto the airliner flap lever. So essentially I've got like a lift gate, like an Airbus sort of system with all of these individual notches now, rather than just a smooth axis, which is very, very cool. So I'm still getting used to it. The one I've 3D printed.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
The one that I've 3D printed is not too bad. It does have its issues. I do plan to design my own set when I finish uni. But yeah, it's pretty cool having like a proper flap lift gate system. Very cool indeed. Definitely makes it easier to sort of not have to look at my flap sleeve and work out what flap setting I'm on. I can just sort of feel it using the notches. Anyway, transponder can go to off. And we're going to get the beacon on here in just a second. Everything else is looking good. Actually,
Now connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
one thing we do need to do before we push back is just get the weather here in Alicante. Can't be able to stay long, though I've got a math exam tomorrow. Oh, no worries, and good luck with your exam. Is this yoke working with MAC2, the Thrustmaster yoke? I'm pretty sure it does, but I'm not 100% sure there. Although I don't see why it wouldn't. So, just waiting for the weather to load on my Navigraph. On my tablet, that is. I know you guys can't see that, but I'm trying to get the QNH. Maybe we'll just tune on. We'll do it on COM 2. $122.0.
Lima Echo Alpha Lima Airport Information Hotel 1730 Zulu Weather Wind 279er at 20 gusting to 30 visibility 10,000 sky condition few clouds at 6,400 temperature 14 dew point -1 QNH 0996 advise on initial contact you have information hotel.
Alright, that's fine. And just check that the right hand side, yep, that's done. Now one thing I'm going to just do here real quick is set 121.5. That's because of an issue with a scenery that I've got installed. Nothing to do with the Boundless scenery, but I am just going to get that set, and I'll explain that in just a second. Don't really have to worry about it. Also have a math exam tomorrow, though. I will sit. Good luck as well. Start to learn after I land. Sick. Alright, so let's get going here. Let's get the anti-collision light on. Parking brake off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
I just realised we didn't step through the flight plan very quickly. We're looking good anyway. Alright. So. Engine start. So, packs off. Bleeders on. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Let the fuel in at 22%. There it is.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Interesting. It did say it was gusting on the ATIS. So we'll have to see, I suppose.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
That's an interesting one. Wind shear on the ground, right, okay. Hopefully we won't keep on getting that.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
We are using active sky today. Okay, so let's go ahead and start engine at number 2.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
That engine starts in there. Beautiful model as well. Zeebo is just absolutely brilliant. Payware quality, honestly. Get the fuel in there. Stream looks great, nice and shot. Thank you very much, Stan. Sim does look nice right now, actually.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
So the parking brake. I thought that wind shear was my plane.
Stand by.
All right. Let's get flaps 5 set then. Flaps 5. Nice flap signs as well. Flown on many 737s and the flaps do sound very similar to that. It's very good representation there. Is there a payware sound pack for the Zeebo? There's not, and the reason is there's just not enough demand for it because the default sounds are very, very good. I suppose the what's it called?
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So the Level Up team will have new sounds when that releases, but I don't really think we need new sounds on the Zeebo. They're already really, really good. As it is. The Mango team have been asked a few times, for example, if they're going to do a sound pack for it, and there's just not enough demand for it because everyone loves the freeware stuff. So, looking good here for taxi. I think we're ready here. Flaps 5 is set as well. So let's get going. Yeah, absolutely, Caleb. No one would, I don't think anyone's really interested in a payware sound pack for the Zeebo. Especially considering it's a freeware plane already, so. Any guess when 12.1 arrives? Well, last transmission we heard was that it's going to be fairly soon. I think we need to take... No, we'll take this one then, I suppose. Apparently it's within weeks, is what Lamina have said. Yeah, Caleb, you've nailed it there. People don't always want to pay for something on a freeware plane. It's like games with microtransactions, which are already free games. I would never understand spending, you know, £60–70 on a freeware game. Doesn't make much sense to me, but there you go. So I'm gonna get the weather on. Not that we need it, because it is absolutely beautiful weather. We're in our lovely channel livery here. I am going to make some updates to it and release it eventually. Hello Owen, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Yeah, shipped up absolutely. The Total stuff is just really, really good. Now, the first payware I got was the Totus A321 with the Neo expansion and the COSP sound pack as well. And I don't think I have... The only thing is, and I love the plane, is that it sort of left me disappointed a little bit when I bought other aircraft, because it really is sort of the pinnacle of what you can buy with an X-plane, other than, you know, maybe the Hot Start Challenger and the Fearless 742. And I went on to buy the Flight Factor stuff, and as great as they are, for very similar money, the quality you're getting is nowhere near what Totus provides. So in a way, kind of sets you up for a little bit of disappointment when you go and buy other add-ons, but the Totus are absolutely brilliant. Really, really good. Let's go ahead and do a quick config check. Config is looking good, and recall good. And I just love flying the Zeebo. I love hand flying it with this Thrustmaster yoke. It's just heaven. The flight model is so good, and it's consistent in a way as well. You know, landing it, once you get really good landing it, I'm not saying you're always gonna nail your landing, because there's other factors, but you know, it's just you don't feel disconnected. You feel really connected to the aircraft. One thing I've never really been a fan of in Microsoft Flight Sim is just how sort of disconnected you feel from the aircraft, in my opinion. But anyway, let's take this runway entrance then, and get the landing lights on. These can go to continuous, and let's focus on where we're going rather than taxiing off the taxiway. Strobe and steady.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff, please.
And TARA. Good stuff. All right, I think we're ready to go. I know it had a lot of demand from developers, but I'd love to see more payware aircraft over €90 with some scenery included. So some more bundles. Hello Dougal, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here, and thank you of course for being a member of the channel. Right, so we'll line up here, and I'm just going to stop there, quickly read the chat, and we'll get going here. I got the Nimbus BN2B recently and was pleasantly surprised when I saw that it came with scenery. Currently inbound for the Calvi Circle to land on Corsica. Oh wow, good luck with that. It's a really short visit, but I really have to go now. Should study some limits and derivatives. So yeah, see you soon. Have a good flight. All derivatives are fun indeed. Good luck with your exam, Mick Mello. Alright, let's get going then. So, parking brake off. Let's pull them up to 40% there. Alright, and toga. $80 knots.
E1, rotate.
There's a dead band.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Fly by. Look at the performance. I mean, we did have a 20 knot headwind, but barely used any runway on that departure there. Get the aircraft all trimmed out.
1000.
Still hand flying. Go flaps 1. Oh, these new flaps detents on the honeycomb I've got. That really helps there. Don't even have to look at it. Don't even have to look away from the screen to see what flap setting I'm in. Continue to trim the aircraft here. I've got a pretty, well, sort of a strong headwind. And I think we'll enable the autopilot there. Got the aircraft nice and trimmed out. And off we go to Reus. I'm not sure if you guys have the same thing, but so I use my phone to have a look at chat. So I'm just on the stream on my phone to monitor chat, and the little button in the bottom left that normally comes up to open chat for me is grayed out on the last few live streams. For some reason it's weird. I don't know if it's just on my end, but it's a weird thing. YouTube has been a little bit strange recently. Oh. Put the landing gear in the off position, and we'll go flaps up. Absolute rocket ship. We have some lovely, if I click the right button, look at it ortho. This is Bing I believe I've used. Zoom level 17, 18 and 19 closer to the airport, and it just looks lovely. This side looks better with all the mountains. Yeah, and I can't wait to show off this new airport from Boundless for you guys. Nice to see we're getting some Spanish airports. Alright, so go to standard. I'll also have to learn for fun themes like solve quadratic functions using the PQ formula of interpreting zeros. Quadratic function in factual context, but I'll stay on stream and take a look. Quadratic equations. It's been a long time since I've done them. If you don't know, I'm very mathsy and physicsy, you know, studying aerospace engineering. So that sort of stuff, call me a nerd for it, but I love it, so. Looks like we'll tune into something there for a second. But get all the lights off, we can get the engine start switches back to auto then. That takeoff performance was absolutely incredible. That looks very, very nice. Spain in general is a very nice area to fly into and out of. I'm gonna just turn both comms off. Because it looks like one that, you know, is tuned into something. So I'll explain why I set 121.5. Again, you know, it's not something you guys would have to do. The new scenery that I have been reviewing, the New Sky Studio PAPG Petersburg in Alaska scenery that I was reviewing, comes with a pretty cool feature where if you tune 121.5, it will turn on the runway and taxi lights, right? So the pilot can control those lights, turn them on and off, similar to sort of like real life. Now this produces a bug for all the airports across the rest of the world, where if you don't have 121.5 set, then you don't have PAPI lights. So hopefully they'll fix that soon, because it does affect every single other. Do we have XP Realistic on? Yes we do. Alright, cool. It does affect every single other airport if you don't have that tuned in, which is very annoying. Look at this turbulence here. Wow. So yeah, I was going to uninstall the scenery, if I'm completely honest, for the stream, but I forgot, so. But yeah, that should be coming out on Explain Reviews very soon. Pretty decent airport. If you like flying in Alaska, doing Alaska Airlines ops, then definitely something for you. Yeah, good airport other than that bug. But you will see that coming soon. Explain Reviews. How are the frame rates in Reus? Very demanding? Absolutely not. They are pretty good. In general, the area is fairly light on frames, and the airport makes no difference to performance. It's quite well optimized, so you should be fine. I'd say one of my favorite places to fly are to the Canary Islands. Same here. Absolutely. I've flown to Tenerife and Gran Canaria in real life. So I really like flying there, and yeah, they are beautiful places. Very popular holiday destinations in the UK as well, and I'm sure around the world. Very turbulent up here. That's what I love about Explain, this dynamic weather system that we have, and XP Realistic and all that just gels it together really nicely. We are accelerating now. Very rocky. Yeah, FPS in Spain is pretty good. I mean, I'm at 50 right now on pretty high settings, and my PC's by no means, it's probably about mid-spec, you know, it's not amazing. It's good enough. But yeah, I did do some testing with the new Boundless Airport, and it made no difference to my FPS at all, so well optimized. And again, if you do want to pick up the airport after I show it to you guys, the link is in the description, or you can type !ARR, and it'll give you a link in chat. Brilliant. Oh yeah, we have the PA system as well. We did not use that. Hey, we'll do a level off when we get to our cruise altitude, if I remember. About 90-ish nautical miles to go till our top of descent. And this auto just looks very nice. We will be using the hood when we land. Very nice looking hood. And yeah, I'm very happy with my X-Plane right now. The latest version of the NVIDIA drivers seem to be a bit better. By the way, the last couple of versions were pretty bad, but the newest version, I just updated last night, seems to be a bit better. Boundless started in 2020, so very new. Yeah, but they make some great products. Very cheap as well. I have a lot of their products and they are very, very good. This one today was provided to me by the team at Boundless though, so a big thank you to them. As I said, it only released last night, yesterday. But yeah, with Visual XP, we got RXP Enhancer, just looks very, very nice. And especially last stream when we were flying with the new updated Orbex True Earth Great Britain North, it was just amazing. Really, really good. So we are pretty much just flying all the way along the coast here. Going to be following this coastline all the way up and around to Reus. Hopefully I'm actually pronouncing that right. And yeah, we should have the 777 coming soon, hopefully. We've been saying that for a long time now, but they did say March, and content creators, some content creators are getting it a week early. Not me, unfortunately, but our good friend Q8 Pilot definitely will be. I would assume so. So we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Looking forward for that, to that for sure. Yeah, I really need to get a new cable for my for my yoke. Nice ambient sounds in the cabin as well. Nice. Look at that. What a beautiful cockpit. I wonder if FS Expo will stream the developer meeting. Interesting, yeah, hopefully. Hopefully for sure, Stan. definitely looking forward to that. As much as I'd love to attend, I'm not, but we'll definitely be keeping up with it online and on various streams. Right, getting close to our top of descent here. About 2,700 to go. And a short, very short cruise here. We can ask, absolutely. Yeah, if you hear anything, do let me know. It'd be very interesting to see what they're planning to do in that regard. I did watch the FS Expo exhibitor reveal through the Q8 pilot stream. It was great seeing him on stream and many other content creators there as well. That was a great hour, great little stream. I'm talking about what's being planned for
1,000 to go.
For FS Expo and the Q8 pilot content creator, a little sort of hub thing that you got going on there. Very, very, very cool stuff. I know a lot of people will be appreciative of that, and it just shows how generous Q8 really is. He's put a lot into the community and continues to do so with gestures such as that. Didn't know that Reus has his own airport. I think it's time for some flybys. My 148 F14D is about 75% complete, so expect a picture of it plus carry your flight deck soon. Oh, I've been looking forward to that. Obviously you've been keeping us updated on that project, so that's very exciting, definitely. Very cool project you're working on there. Let's go ahead and show off one of these announcements then. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we've reached our cruising altitude. Looks like we are anticipating on-time arrival. You're going to head and turn off the seatbelt at this time. Just remember, if you are in your seats, keep your seatbelts fastened in case we do experience any unexpected turbulence. Enjoy the flight, and if there's anything we can do to make your ride, to let a member of the crew know.
lovely. I wonder if there's a way to sort of record myself and add those in there. I'm going to turn the VORs off, we don't need those on. And just here we are cruising, look at that, does that not look brilliant? Look at this. That's Valencia, I believe. Remember making the ortho for that earlier. Valencia Airport. Very nice. Ortho just looks so good. Sometimes when you have a really good source and stuff, then the ortho is just amazing. Honestly, I don't know what we'd do without it. And of course 1.4 is coming as well with some new updates, so that's very interesting. Definitely be keeping up to date with that. I think we should take a listen to the weather in Reus. So I'm going to tune this to 122.5. Might not be in range. Don't think we're in range yet. I will later post a picture of it. Absolutely, look forward to it. And you know, I was doing the winners for the screenshot competition the other day, and I can't believe we're already at week 8. 2 months of the screenshot competition already, and we've had some amazing submissions to that. If you do want to enter, we do have a weekly screenshot competition for any flight sim. Then do go ahead and take a look at the Discord. I think Nightbot has just put a link to it right there. Perfect timing. Still very gusty up here. You can see the end of my ortho tile there. We do have some more ortho when we get closer to Reus. 2 months, yeah, I know, right? Wonder how long the mango one has been around. A very long time, I presume. So we are getting fairly close to our top of the descent. But I think we're all looking good anyway. We'll get this set when we get closer to the airport. Let's get an auto brake set. Start preparing a little bit early. So I'm just opening my charts. We are landing runway 25, so we can actually pretty much go to the end, I think. So we're just going to go auto brake 1. We're going to go to the end of the runway here. Dare you to land flaps 15 at at Reus? Are you? We'll have to go auto brakes max. Well, how about this? If we get, how many likes are we on right now? 11. If we get to 15. It's only 4 away. By the time we start our ILS approach, I'll do flaps 15 approach. How about that? Pax will definitely be awake for the break-in, yep. Absolutely love the X-Plane camera system. Just cannot go wrong with it. So good. What I'm gonna do is, just as it was telling me to reset MCPO, I am gonna set this down to 10,000 initially, and we'll start our descent here in just a second. In all honesty, this default doesn't look bad at all. Big difference to the ortho, but still doesn't look too bad. Flaps 15, 161. That's not too bad actually. Oh, but only if we get to 15 likes by the time we start our ILS approach. We have started our descent here. And yeah, as I said, pretty much just followed the coast all the way round. just take a look at the star chart here to see if we got any restrictions on the way in. Remember, we are sort of overflying the airport first. Only restriction so far is, there it is, Ampol going to be above flight level 100. That's perfectly fine. And yeah, I think this is where Active Sky really starts to shine, is when, I think that's going to be asking of drag, yep. Is this sort of turbulence here. I did used to get it, but nowhere near as frequently, until I got Active Sky. Should be within range of the ATIS now then, although it might not be available because it's not a particularly large airport. No, I don't think we have ATIS there. We'll just take a look at the METAR then. On Navigraph. And so, winds 220 at 4 knots. Few at 3,000, scattered at 5,000. Temperature 8 degrees, dew point 3 degrees. QNH 09902. Let's get preset here. 992 preset. And looks like we've got our... Is this ortho? You know, I actually thought that was ortho there for a second. Look at that. Does that not look pretty good for default? Minus the roads, which are just really bright for some reason. But that looks pretty good, honestly, for default. I thought that was ortho there for a second, in all honesty. Look at this, these cirrus clouds. Visual XP nailed the cirrus. And with Active Sky as well. Just brilliant, honestly. They work so well together. Really well. Admittedly, you do need a fair few add-ons to get X-Plane really immersive and, you know, to this sort of level. But once you do, it's just... I mean, you know, we got Visual XP here, XP Realistic, which is just amazing as well. And then, you know, I don't really use every time a whole lot, but it's there if we need it. Better Pushback, amazing. Love it, never really had any issues with it. And then with Fly with Lower, we've got RXP Enhancer, again free, and Simple Ground Services, which is also free. And, you know, we've got things like SAM. Traffic Global is pretty nice, although I really do wish they would... update the models, some higher quality models would be really nice. Other than that, pretty good. It's impressive considering where the scenery has come from. Glad to see. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that looked very good there, honestly. Pity Active Sky doesn't work on Mac. Yeah, it's a real shame that a lot of stuff don't work on Mac, like the new map enhancement. The videos for that have gone done really well, so thank you to all of you who have viewed those. But yeah, the map enhancement plugin, again, getting many updates recently, and the dev is working really hard to properly sort of optimize it. But that doesn't work on Mac, unfortunately. But a lot of questions asking if it does work on Mac, and it doesn't. So yeah, definitely a shame, but very good for if you are using Windows. Sort of one of the reasons I've stuck to Windows. Otherwise, I'd have moved to Linux or something by now. Because Linux is great, but it's just the availability of softwares, especially with my, you know, with my degree or the engineering softwares I use. A lot of them aren't available for Linux, so just makes things a little bit more difficult. But if X-Plane and all the add-ons, well, X-Plane's usable on Linux, but it's the add-ons that aren't. Oh, a lot of them aren't, unfortunately. But I think we are going to stow the speed brakes now. We don't need those anymore. One more like. Hello Nikki, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being a member on the channel. Really does mean a lot. I like seeing these half blue, half white DM2 badges. Can't wait to see them all blue. And then I think they go bronze, silver, gold as well, but I think gold is only after like 3 years or something, so a long way to go. Yeah, alright then, one more like, and we'll do a flat 15 approach. And I have to say at this at Reus Airport, the ground textures have been done very well. The runway, the taxiway, etc. have been done really well. Things like so they have got custom sort of ground vehicles driving about, buses and vans with, you know, like a red van with the Iberia logo. Admittedly, those could be higher quality texture-wise. A couple of 2D trees still laying about, which really should be 3D. Take full advantage of the X-Plane, you know, the new X-Plane 12 stuff. But other than that, it's pretty good scenery, honestly. Boundless generally do a pretty good job with their sceneries, and they're on the lower end in terms of cost as well. So, you know, they're never super expensive. They are generally on the cheaper side, but yeah, nice and affordable sceneries. But we'll go into more detail on that and show you more in depth once we land. The night lighting's done pretty good actually. I do like the night lighting. Oh, is that it? 15 likes. Let's take a look. 16 likes now actually. Alright, so we are doing a flaps 15 approach then into Reus. That should be interesting. So let's get that set then. Flaps 15. You're gonna have to remind me to not go flaps 30. Flaps 15, 161. That's perfectly fine. Alright. Now, I don't know what we do differently setting up for a flap 15 approach other than that. Different speed, obviously. I don't think there's much else to it, but we'll see for sure. You can see our ortho coming in here. Now I wish I went and oh, it looks like we're gonna get some clouds as well. Now I wish I went and saw a Flight Deck 2 Sim video before this stream on doing the flat 15 landing. If you guys do want to learn 737 and some really in-depth stuff, then Flight Deck 2 Sim is my go-to guy. Just obviously real world 737 pilot, and not only that, he's a training captain now, I believe. So he trains the new recruits at his airline,
1,000 to go.
which is very cool on the 737 Sim, and I think he's doing some line training as well. So yeah, if you want to know anything about the 73, he is your go-to guy. Learned a lot from him, definitely. Just 10,000 foot, get all the lights turned on. Landing calc does work if you don't want to risk an overrun. That's a good point. Very good point. I don't actually ever use this for some reason. No idea why. Brought the Orbex True Earth North. Really very beautiful. Absolutely, it's so nice. After using it and then flying elsewhere, flying in Central without Orbex True Earth, yeah, it's a big difference. I love it. So we are landing 2.5, flaps 15. Econ is on. Anti-ice is off. Condition will be dry. Brakes. Let's see what does water brake 3. Wind. I presume this is our headwind component, so that's going to be 3 knots. Nope, doesn't like that. Let's just check my next altitude and get the sending here, and then we'll do some more performance stuff. Right, so platform altitude, so we're gonna go down to 5,000 now. And we'll set that. Alright, so our top descent from flat level 100 is there. Alright, perfectly fine. Looks like we're gonna be flying up here for a little bit longer. So, I guess this one's just our normal wind components. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it is heading first in wind speed. So 220 at 4. There it is. Temperature is 8 degrees. QNH 992. Landing weight. Let's take a look at that. Can we check in here? Let's have a look. Is that our current gross weight, or is that our... Let's have a look. This is where the Zebo excels, because everything is just really good in here, honestly. Where can I find our landing weight? Let's take a look at some brief them. Our OFP. Yeah, the Orbex stuff is just brilliant, honestly. Really, really good. So our estimated landing weight is 64.7. This is saying 65.2. That's fine. We'll go 65.2. I think that's our estimated. So we'll go 65.200. Alright, so now how do I... Auto brake 3. 2,170 meters. Let's see how long the runway is. So hopefully they come with the other sceneries. Yeah, I really hope they do say that Central and South is coming soon. So this is a 2,459 meter runway. Auto brake 3, 2,170. I think we're gonna go max auto. Just for that safety margin, or in case we float it or something like that. Perfect. So we'll go max then. Usually I'll just lower it a bit. Of course you can do it the proper way, like the math way, but I find my one easier. Yeah, I'd rather have a slightly heavier weight than a lower weight, obviously. But, oh, look at this ortho. Very nice. And the trees are lining up quite nicely with the ortho as well. And that's just using SimHeaven stuff. No global trees or anything like that. Oh, look at this tunnel. Wow. Sometimes X-Plane still really surprises me, honestly. Look at that. That's not even a custom mesh. That is just default X-Plane other than the ortho and SimHeaven. Lovely. Green means you can take it. Yellow means you'll be close to the end. Yep. I know it says green, but just in case we float it or something. We'll use max and then we can go manual braking anyway. If we're slowing down a bit too quick. Looks like we're going to start descent again here. In just a second. There it is. Let's get a fix added. So if we go to fix, let's go LERS, and then I think you do RWY25. That should work. Nope. RW. Nope. 25 maybe. Nope. Okay, let's just do LRES. And then we'll just go /10. Perfect. Alright, looking good. We are descending nicely here. Everything looks good. Just doing a quick check of the overhead panel and everything. Yeah, I don't I don't tend to use this a lot, but that's pretty cool actually. You'll be using that more often, I think. So if we go here, that has changed to 65.1. So if I change this to, what was it, 64.8 was our estimated. 64800. Yeah, okay. Pretty cool. That's nice actually. Again, you don't get that with a lot of payware, so for free you're getting a lot. Rain? Really? Explain? Yeah, I really doubt it's raining right now, but interesting. This does look good actually. I'm very impressed. Spain always tends to look very good. Very impressive stuff. Caleb, you might be right. Let me check. 64.8 it was. Yeah, 64.8. Should we do a descent? It's a bit late, but
ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck here, we're on our descent. Seatbelt signs going to be back up for our rattle. If you're up and about, please return your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Still showing well ahead of schedule. Thanks again. Hope you have a nice week. Have you on here very shortly.
oh, is that severe weather? Okay. My nav graph's still saying it's VFR, but I guess it's not updated yet. We do have a weather radar on. And our next altitude is... Let me just check. I think it was 3,800. And we're here. Oh, intervent. And we need to get the ILS tuned in as well. We have forgotten that. So ILS frequency is 110.1. Can't see anything. ILS 110.1. Sometimes when the light does that. 110.1. Okay. Course 248. Let's get that set. Okay.
1,000 to go.
Look how much altitude we just lost from changing that. Okay, so maybe the rain is realistic then, I suppose. And 13 miles out. 220 is perfectly fine. I'm gonna go speed into vent. And we'll go down to 180 in just a second. Now,
2,500.
I have to remember that we are doing a flaps 15 approach. Go flaps 1. Yeah, my Navigraph Matar is still saying VFR wind 1705. And it was updated 10 minutes ago, but let's see. Severe weather will make it interesting. Go down to 180. There's the airport there. If it's raining and it is, what temperature was it? 8 degrees, we will need anti-ice. So let's get that on continuous. Arm the speed brake. Go flaps 5. And we'll go gear down in just a second. Looks like the range stopped, so I might actually not go with anti-ice. I think we're going to be fine. Flaps 10, we'll go down to 161. Actually, we'll leave it at 180. We only need to drop 20 knots on final. Where's approach? I'm taking control a little bit early because we completely and utterly missed the glide slope there. Completely my fault. Completely forgot to enable the approach mode there. Last thing I want to be doing is coming in fast. One 6-1. Laps 15. Yep, I've got my speed brakes out, but I can see the glad slope coming back in. We'll be fine. Stow the speed brakes and we'll rearm them.
1,000.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Birch altitude.
Alright, we're good. 161. Get rid of the auto throttle. I have control, we are a bit high. Alright, there we are. That's better.
500. 400.
Much better approach. We saved that, I think.
300.
Gotta remember to not float it here.
200.
Coming a little bit low and slow. Still gonna aim for that touchdown zone though.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on. Alright. Let's get slowing down. Oh yeah, look at the braking performance on that. 100 knots. Full reverses. 60 knots, so the speed brakes there. Oh, we had plenty of space. Look at that. Auto brake 3 would have been perfectly fine. We did come in hot. That was a flat 15 approach there. Oh, it was flap 25. Whoops. I'm still getting used to these flap notches on my Honeycomb Bravo, so I guess we went one flap extra there. But we still made it. And we'll taxi off here. Look at the runway textures. Very nice. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all for a flat 15. Aircraft definitely behave differently on the flare, which is so nice to see. Again, like I said, flight model is just absolutely brilliant on this thing. And yeah, floated it a little bit, but well within the touchdown zone then. And welcome to Reus, and we'll take a look around the airport by Boundless. So it looks like there's going to be a parking stand right over here somewhere, so we'll take that. I'm just going to stop here for just a second. I'm going to turn off the runway turn off and taxi lights because we are so close to our stand anyway. Position stop and steady. These can go back to auto and we'll get the APU started. Alright, good stuff. Alright, let's get going again. And that can go to TCAS back to standby. Alright, we'll taxi in now. Displays have gone very dark. Yeah, like I said, look at these ground textures. Very nice indeed. Nice details around the place as well. Yeah, we'll go into this stand here. Next list, Jet 2. Thank you guys. Thank you Stan, Cardwater. Much appreciated. Very fast but stop pretty quick. Yeah, the braking performance is very, very good. We're not particularly heavy either. We don't have much fuel on board. But yeah, the performance of the 737 is just amazing. The mountains and this is a very scenic area. Nice airport as well. No marshallers though. Unfortunately, that would be a nice addition. Alright, so flaps and speed brakes. Don't know why this place have gone so dark all of a sudden, but anyway. Set the parking brake and go to APU gen to kill the engines. Definitely going to pick the approach up for summer flights. Absolutely, yeah, it's really nice, for sure. Hello runway ahead, welcome to stream. Hi, autotho looks a bit with low resolution. If you put a post in the explain help channel on my Discord, I'd be more than happy to help you resolve any issues there. So window heat, probe heat can go off. We are going to take a look at the airport and then take a look at the replay as well. Just going to get all the lights off here, don't need them. Fuel pumps off. These textures look brilliant with RXP enhancer, really, really nice. AD is off, we'll put all of these to standby, no smoking off. Fasten seatbelts off as well. Packs off, we'll open the isolation valve, trim air off. Get the electric hydraulic pumps off as well. Everything else looks good, so we'll disconnect the disconnect the APU and turn off the emergency light. Standby power off, battery off, and there it is. Here we are. Welcome to hope no one falls out the back there. Welcome to Reus Airport. So let's take a look here. I'm going to move my I'm going to just move my microphone here for a second. And let's take a look here. So here we are. Reus Airport does come with its own ortho. Obviously I've got my own ortho for the surrounding area, but you can sort of see where the Boundless ortho starts and ends. You can see along here. You get a fair chunk of ortho. You can see all of this area just here where there's a slight sort of color differential, and it's not like a hard line. As you can see, they've sort of faded it. So this is their ortho and this is my ortho, and there's a nice fade. So you know there is a difference, but you know it's fine. It's got a nice fade to it as well. I do think the quality of the ortho, the zoom level quality, could be a bit higher. From up here it does look good, but as you start to get closer, it looks more like something, you know, like maybe zoom level 17 or something. I think that it would be nice if that could be zoom level 19 or something. But you know, look at this runway texture, very, very nice. And the taxiway textures here, also pretty nice. These two aircraft over here are placed by Boundless, so it does come with two versions, a static aircraft version, non-static aircraft version. I'm using the static aircraft version right now. You can pick, you know, if you're flying on VATSIM or something. And you know, we've got this Jet 2 aircraft over here, the 737. Over here, the Iberia ground stuff. This is what I was saying earlier. Very nice to see the Iberia van here. Could be higher quality in my opinion. You know, it doesn't need to be 4K or anything like that. Just a little bit, so we can, you know, better read the. Can't read that text down there. Can read that it's Iberia, but this looks good here. Textures on that look pretty nice. And again, we have another Jet 2. I did notice that the Jet 2 writing is reversed, so I'll have to let them know about that. Hopefully they can get that fixed. But then we look more towards the airport terminal and look at that. Very, very nice indeed. We've got the Reus writing here, as you can see. And if we move over here, we have all the custom, where's he gone? Got the custom grounds, so we've got the Iberia band there, which is really nice to see, with the Spanish number plate as well. Very cool stuff. We love to see it. Got the Iberia minivan, tow tug, and all that good stuff. So pretty nice airport for X-Plane. See, this is what I mean. Honestly, these trees could be 3D. Considering we now have 3D trees in X-Plane, I think those should be 3D. But still, very nicely placed trees and vegetation and stuff like that. They have placed some vegetation along here. This disused part, which looks really nice and overgrown. And I'll show you the airport lighting, night lighting in just a second as well. Got some more sort of custom stuff over here. Looks like there's a aero club here, so we've got all the custom buildings for that. This lovely sort of fence here that's been placed as well with these aircraft, which is pretty cool. Looks like we've got a flag here. Yep, got the Spanish flag and the EU flag there as well. So yeah, very nice stuff. Couple of improvements I think could be made, but this is just you know, it only released last night. There'll definitely be some issues that they're going to be looking to fix, and they do generally get these fixes done quite quick. All of this looks pretty good. So you know, in summary, very nice airport. I think some additions could be the marshallers, which will be really nice considering there's no VGGS systems here. The ortho could be slightly higher quality, same as the textures on the vans and stuff like that. But you know, the van textures are sort of a minor thing. Oh, and the trees should be 3D as well. But other than that, very nice. I do like how when you go to the tower view, you can actually see. A lot of times when you go to tower view, you just can't see because the tower itself blocks the site. But let's go to nighttime here, and I'm going to show you the runway lighting and the rest of the airport at night, because it does look pretty good. As you can see there, very nice lighting, and it is different on both sides, and I believe that is true to life. So if I go over here, I did notice there's no centerline lights, but that may be realistic. I'm not particularly familiar with the airport in real life. If anyone does know if they're center lights, do let me know. Yeah, I do like all my Boundless airports, and they do generally tend to improve. And you know, for the price, it's very good. So different approach lighting on both sides, which is pretty cool. One thing I do want to check here very quickly is if I go I'll just power up the aircraft. I just want to check something. Whilst we do that, show you the rest of the lighting. So yeah, look at that, looks pretty good. Got the lighting over here. Stands are nicely lit. You can tell it's older lighting, got that sort of yellowy halogen hue to it. But yeah, very nice stuff. All the buses seem to have beacons. There's a lot of beacons going off, which is a slight downside, I suppose, but I've seen that on many airports. I'm not sure there's an easy way to get rid of that, but the surrounding area is really cool too. Very close to Barcelona. So now the we're not on ground power. There we are. So Com1, I just want to check if the pappies are not showing because of the issue I was explaining earlier. So we'll tune Com1, unless this airport doesn't have pappies. Okay, it doesn't look like the airport has pappies then, I guess. If anyone knows the airport, do let me know if that's realistic or not. Go back to daytime. Oh, look at that, very bright. We'll just let the lighting settle. Takes a few seconds. Hey Mela, welcome back. Just taking a look at the Boundless scenery here. Yeah, very nice scenery. Obviously, you know, much better than default. A couple of improvements to be made, but I'm sure they will do. They always constantly improve their sceneries and stuff. The surrounding area is very nice as well. Nice ortho. this is my ortho. This is ARC zoom level 17, I believe. Barcelona is literally just over there-ish somewhere. Not too far, but yeah, nice with these hills and stuff. It's a very nice scene here. Oh, we do have these signs, which I thought were very cool. You got the stand number and the location, which is pretty cool on all these barriers. And I do like the custom ground traffic and stuff like that. So, that's going to be the end of the stream then. I hope to see you all in the next one. I hope everyone enjoyed this stream. Maybe once it gets updated again with some improvements, we'll take a look at this airport again, that's for sure. But again, a big thank you to the guys at Boundless for providing the channel with the scenery to review. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll be streaming in the next few days, probably Thursday night I would hope. And I'll see you in the next one.